Hey everyone, Clarence here, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. This is unlike me, I know, but I have to say this. This has been burning inside of me for the last couple of days, and I just can't hold it anymore. Many of you have heard what happened at the Starbucks in Philadelphia. You may have even seen the video of the two young men being arrested for just being there, being loitering, I guess, or not buying anything. Um, and I'll just tell you. Um, that's just wrong. I'm not talking about the incident. I'm talking about your response to the incident. That's just wrong. I'm being asked by people to not buy Starbucks anymore because of that issue. I'm being asked to boycott Starbucks because of that issue. That's just wrong. This is not a Starbucks issue. What happened in Philadelphia is not a Starbucks issue. It's an American issue, but it's not a Starbucks issue. Now, there was a manager that did something wrong. And I'll tell you the response that Starbucks had that tells me that I'm not going to be boycotting Starbucks. And it should tell you the same thing. Their CEO, Kevin Johnson, got on a video almost immediately. Once he heard about this, he didn't sit down and write out an email and send it out, or a press release, or a tweet. He didn't hide behind a keyboard, and he got his face in front of a camera and said, what happened at that Starbucks is reprehensible. That's leadership. That's true leadership. Kevin Johnson stepped up and said, that's reprehensible. The values of that company around diversity, inclusion, customer service, they're already in alignment there. Do they have employees that are out of alignment with that? You bet they do. They have 238,000 employees. You think one or two of them are not going to be in alignment with those same values? But when they found it, and when they heard it, and when they saw it, they took immediate action. Kevin Johnson, as the CEO, took the action every leader should take. I wish Walmart would take that kind of action, or Target, or any other large company, AT&T, that has an issue, that they take action like that. Quick, decisive, measurable, meaningful action. That's leadership. You know what else he did? He invited the two young men to come sit down with him face to face. That's leadership. He's going to ask them, what else can they do? What should they be doing? That's leadership. You know what else he's doing? He's shutting down thousands of stores next month to have what he's calling unconscious bias training. Unconscious bias training. I don't know if you've ever heard that term, but when you hear it, you know exactly what it means. That's leadership. To make sure that his employees are in alignment with the core values and culture that he wants in that company. Last September, just to show you some of their values, or at least some of their actions that they take, the Starbucks hired a COO. That's the Chief Operating Officer, the second person in line to the CEO. Happens to be a woman. First woman in that position. You're going to tell me their values are lopsided? No, their values are exactly what they should be. Oh, and by the way, Rosalind Brewer, the CEO, African-American woman. You see, boycotting Starbucks is not the answer. Don't buy into this whole hype about we got to boycott Starbucks. Think it through. This is not a Starbucks issue. This is an American issue. It showed up at Starbucks, but it shows up everywhere else. Every day I get a sense of this unconscious bias. I run into it all the time. It's not a Starbucks issue. Starbucks is doing the right thing. Those things that Kevin Johnson is doing, those leadership actions that he's taking, we shouldn't be boycotting them. We should be raising him to another level and telling all the other companies, you see what they're doing, you see how they handle this issue, this is what you need to do. This is how you respond to those kinds of issues. Boycotting them, not buying and picketing their store? No. I want you to think for yourself. You call yourself woke, I want you to wake up. Now, if you disagree with me, I'm talking primarily to my African-American brothers and sisters, because you kind of grab hold of these things, and yes, you march, and I understand the marching. The nonviolent way is what we should be doing, but that nonviolent activity is powerful. Your voice is powerful. Your buying power is powerful. Don't use it willy-nilly when it's not supposed to be used. Use it when you should use it on the real issues. This is an American issue. It's not a Starbucks issue. Use it where you should be using it. Now, if you disagree with me, I'm okay with that, because I want to have this discourse with you. I want to have a conversation about it so that I can learn more, and maybe you can learn more, and we can both become more awake. But if you're sleepwalking, back up off me, smell the coffee, and let's get awake around this issue and take the right action. Not buying into the hype that they want you to buy into and just start picketing Starbucks because of this incident. With 238,000 employees, they're going to have some issues. And every company that you know is going to have some issues. All right? Time for you to take a leadership role. Be a leader, just like Kevin Johnson was. Step in to it, find out what the real issue is, step into that issue, which is deeper than Starbucks, and take action there. All right? That's all I got for you this time. Sorry it wasn't a real feel-good message, but it's one that needed to be stated. Hopefully you heard it. All right? If you heard me, holler back. Talk to you soon.